Good morning, folks. It's 4:10 a.m. here in Liverpool, England, on the fifth day, fifth month, 2025. And here we go. I want to check to see if I'm live. I've been having a lot of trouble with that lately. It looks like we're good to go. So I should be able to see your comments, answer some questions. I'm going to do this the best I can. I'm going to kick right to it. Right, this is a moment that I'm very concerned about coming on. This will be in your very early morning hours of Monday as this storm crowns the thumb right there at the thumbnail. This is when the whip around from Oz is going to happen with a storm that I'm looking at, and it's most probable. I've been expecting a spinner to form because the conditions were perfect. I just couldn't see whereabouts it was going to hit. So your totals actually on the next 2 weeks are not pleasant to see, right? Over the next few days, yay, hurrah, not no big nothings. And then as we go into the weekend, again, you've hit your first batch. And so you're going to be subtracting these totals from what's common. Right, you got a wet time coming. So if I pep this over here to the 10th on my thing, you'll kind of see this other event. Still ain't there. Wets, wets, wets. And then whammos. And it's this whammo that's really bothering me. Because it's packing a wallop. So let's go through this now. I'll give you New Zealand, and I'll do Australia, and I've also got to say some of the chem today is absolutely horrendous, absolutely horrendous. So what I'll do is this in 2 batches, and I'll just kind of let this roll, and then I can look at your comments while that's happening. So the less I move the mouse, the better. All right, so here you go, New Zealand. Da, 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 da. Now your winds in this direction here are coming more from this Antarctic direction. They're rotating like this. So you're picking this cold air up offshore here, and it's slinging around the top, right? And that's what's fueling a lot of this out here, to the eastern side of the burnt pine corridor. As that radar on that and other devices on Burnt Pine Island do control a lot of the flow. That and Lord Howe control the southern part of the Tasman Sea. Willis Island and a couple other devices in Caledonia New Caledonia and such, and ships at sea will pretty much control the flow of the Coral Sea or the northern part of the Tasman Sea. And so I watch for their movements, and I've seen very clearly the corridor flowing straight down between Fiji and Vanuatu. Is going to be bringing a lot of tropical dynamics with its flow into it to mix with this. And winter temperatures are to be expected. Tassie, I'm bringing you on screen now. You got an event coming as well. Yours is starting here within about 36 hours. You'll be right in the thick of the shit. And you got a big wind event. And I'll cover the winds separate because it is going to be quite the winds for you guys there. I'm expecting some fair totals. So I'm going to take us back over now. And every one of them big tendrils coming up from Antarctica is bringing a big blast of cold air with it. So, yeah, get your sweaters out. Get your sweaters out in Melbourne. It's going to be coming in through the evening hours of Wednesday. You'll be feeling the colds. And in the mountain areas over the weekend, definitely be feeling the cold. And as that big batch of crap comes over, and it smacks New Zealand mixing with that tropical air, it's really going to kick off the storms. I'm expecting it to be highly electrical. Yeah, we're expecting it. Right about there. We're looking at Friday overnight hours is when you're really going to cop it. There'll be a lot of winds through Cook Strait. You watch if you're planning a ferry ride or something, you might want to reconsider that. And we're looking at now is about I try doing all these calculations in my head all the time. About Friday morning, breakfast time. is when the North Island's going to begin to see their action. But by then, you'll already know what's going on because Nelson will be telling you got a bucket to bail us out a little bit because some of these totals, when they come through, are going to be creating some flash floods coming down from the ranges. That's to be expected. Watch yourself in the passes on the afternoon, on Friday afternoon, New Zealand time. Yeah, you can watch yourselves. And I'm going to zoom you along now. We're going to go, yay. Oh boy, now it's cold again. We're into Tuesday next week now. Right, as we're going into next weekend, it's going to be rough. Not this coming, next weekend. As I'm looking at about 15th and 16th, we're going to have a really good look at the map and decide which one of these is in what position. Where is the beam? What is Burnt Pine doing? And until I see what Burnt Pine does on the 15th, I'm not 100% sure the arrival time of this lull. You see the stall on that one north of you? It's possible that if that thing is deflected a little bit more to the west, that is what's going to visit you. Okay, so I'm watching this very closely because I don't see how it's going to get over here past this block. It's over here. See that big dip of cold air popping up here just south into the just south of the Capricorn flow belt there. So it's watching this very closely, and until that moves, that's stuck. So as it gets stuck and she comes in and does the old cream, New Zealand on top, cream. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of pressure put on this island by the dynamics of this storm. Okay, so your earthquake risk is going to be extremely high. You're off the coast like New Plymouth. In and around here. Coming into Monday evening hours. And this is going to be a long event. I expect it to last through about the 21st. You're going to pick up the totals like a motherfucker. Temperatures at about that time there. Brrr. Yeah, get the point? Brrr. The overnight temps should be... I'm expecting to get down about 2 and 3 in some of these South Island places. Anyway, you get to the Tassie again, like I said, it's going to be nipply. Not a nipply. Even tomorrow, I say, this is when the cold air really comes up. Yeah, coming into the overnight hours of Wednesday, I will be expecting to see some frost. See what I mean? Like -1. And I've got my temperatures in Celsius. Yeah, I wouldn't want Haggis have to do homework and realize that 32 F, that means the same thing as 0 C. Yeah, the big C. Okay, now let's zip over to the east coast of Australia. I'll give this to you in 2 batches as well. Tassie, jingle fucking bells. Right, see that coming here? Jingle fucking bells on the weekend. It should be over nearly by Thursday night. Because that's when New Zealand cops, you see the Coppingtons. But we got to show you the coast, because this is going to be fun time. Yeah, surf's going to be big time up. It's going to start down here and move north. Curve should be the dividing line of your fun. So head down there for Thursday. And the overnight hours is going to get a bit stormy, bit windy, bit wavy. The winds offshore. Look at this off the coast of Yeppoon. You don't be caught out there. Right, so you're going to have some roaring winds off the coast, but that's going to move. Watch. As she comes north, pins the storm that's going to get Cairns. So you're first up. Right, I decided. You'll get first up. High, have some rain. Yeah, there's going to be some fair totals coming that I was warning you about. Through the KK corridor here. Coming, starting at about Tuesday. Right about here, I'm expecting some decent totals for you guys. Again, it never fails in its fail, right? There's a lot of forecasting to show you here today, so I'm going to run through yours now. And I'll go down south. Yeah, you're just going to have to wait. You're not the most important show in town all the time there, old South Wales. We said it was 3 degrees last night over at Huaraki Plains. Well, I bet the flag was waving. Was it windy? I'm just going to let this roll. Try not to move the mouse so I don't go ouch. Yeah, this is it. I was not looking forward to doing this. I should have a cigarette. Just in case it's been some fuckery, let me double check. Yep, it's okay. It's a little low. And maybe we can have a look at this thing. I'm not 100% sure it's a hydra. I don't know how they decay or what happens when they get dry, but I'm not seeing that double cellular structure in it that goes up the arms. As the buds regrow things sometimes. There's some of the structure on that's not mentioned. I'll just call it a skydra until I'm 100% sure. Yeah, I can show you. Yeah, I've got lots of films. I'll do it at the end now. Come on, move it along, move it along. Hi, getting wet, getting wet, getting wet, because you're right on this pressure line between this dip up here in the tropics, which is rotating this direction. So it's bringing all that in. Big wets over there, Port Phillip. Big wets. The wetness. See? Yeah, you got some rain coming over here just before the weekend. She should fuck her for Saturday. No, she's hanging out. She's hanging out. Oh, when they let that go, it's really going to cream New Zealand. Yeah, it means there's going to be a big beam to do that. So I'm not 100% agreeing with that. It's mostly that Can Carter I was worried about. I'm going to go down coast now. Let's take you back. And yours was Thursday, right? Where you get the wets down the old coast road. Tassie, I've already shown you. I'm going to bring you guys into frame now a little bit. And we'll follow the storm up the coast. We're here on Wednesday. And enjoy the time you get outside. Just don't look up at the sky. You won't enjoy yourself so much. I'll give you a little chemtrail tour as well. It's an absolute crime scene. And we don't want that. We want that. Getting creamed. And I'm going to start doing it every day. Where's this Operation Skywatch to take my evidence to start arresting some people? Yeah, come on. If they rule something not a vaccine, does that mean it gets the same testing? I'm just curious. Oh, anytime a court gives us an inch, I'll look at the mile they're planning on having. See how wet you went all the way through the whole weekend there? So don't be planning on not being soggy. And if you're going camping, get around Maury and you should be all right. Then you get home and have the wet. As we're looking at the old wetness of Sisney and Keskak down here. Yeah, you guys copping it into the rush hours on Monday and into, morning rush hour and on Tuesday and into all the way through Wednesday. You just get the wets as this moves down coast. And that means the wind's going to change. So if you move south from the surfing you're going to be doing on that weekend, well, you can have a beach bum week, man. I guarantee you have a beach bum week on the East Coast of Ireland. Some of you still got time to catch a flight for Friday because you'll be right into Brisbane and Gold Coast Airport. It'll get right to the beach. Goldie. Flying a Goldie. Yeah, I know. I can't wait to see what Kara does. But it's Byron. Byron's got my attention the most. So, right, I've gone to that, I've gone to that, I've gone to that. I haven't shown that. All right, wins. Wins is going to be the tail. I'm going to go right here, you guys, because you get the first of it, starting here about Tuesday. So look at this big winds coming off your coast. I'm big winds. This is big winds. Yeah, this is no joking around winds. Yeah, don't be out there in your boat. This is not the time to do the Bass Strait crossing to get it off your bucket list. Or you might be bucking the bucket list you have will be bailing it out. You see how the bands of winds are coming? Those are mess snappers. Don't be caught out here. Yeah, I would not. Big squalls. Yeah, this is batterings. Coastal areas, watch out. New Zealand winds. You ain't going to be immune to this. You get your winds coming here. I think it was on the Thursday evening hours. As she comes through this area here, it'd be big batches of winds coming over on Friday. So be watching out. 40, 50 kilometer an hour to be expected. Gusts over 70 and 80 to be expected through the North Island, especially towards the western side, and in towards definitely in towards Nelson and all that, and Cook. So watch yourself if you're out here. Yeah, this is not the place you won't be hanging out for the winds, and you're gonna get it twice. You got a twice wind events coming. That's the other one should be about here. This is no joke winds. At what point when it leaves the coast of Australia as a cyclone, when it would become a tropical storm again without changing wind speed? Dumbasses. What do you guys like the Sims? You see the winds in this, and this is possibly will turn into an actual cyclone. This is going to be very close to it. The only thing going to be holding it back is hitting that cold air down here. But I'll tell you, I've seen some hurricanes hit some cold pockets of stuff and strengthen before. It depends what level the cold goes through on a storm. Think about it like convection on your convection little oil heater or whatever you got. It takes a while to heat the room, but once that current gets going, the room get mighty hot, wouldn't it? With just the same amount of energy? Well, it's about the same way. Now, you want to see some fucking anger-inducing chemtrails? Let me show it to you. Besides doing the big totals. This is the everything. Yeah, this is it, the everything. Over the next, what they say. I don't see an end to the wetness for the north. So you were looking at by the end of the events here. I already did this in my head. That's fairly accurate, close to 2 meters. That's what I was looking for. I'll look in this coastal area here. Is heaviness where this thing that looks kind of like a penis. Yeah, the bell end gets about 9. And, well, your ball's deep over there with the old 10 centimeters and the Ugasaka of it all. Yeah, the Ugasaka says it suckers. There's heavier totals shown on another one. Worst case scenario totals was this. And that shows the creaming of Auckland. Like I said, I've got until it gets to about the 15th and we looked at the beams. I don't want to even be considering this. But I'll be doing you an injustice not to tell you motherfuckers over here. Ahem. 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 Okay? Now, you guys got sprayed like bugs. You got absolutely fumigated today. If I look over here, they're not expecting this, so it won't be pixelated yet. Look at all the chemtrails here over the National Park of Manga and Majors Creek. There's no minor chemtrails in the sky. Look at the shadow here from that chemtrail there. Look at it. This is your poison sky. You need an Operation Skywatch. I'll be happy to provide evidence every day, all day long, until they say no more, no more. It's Mother Nature the system's for, and you don't play God without realizing one thing. How long does it take God to show up when you play it? What is the river over here curve? What the hell is that all about in that, Ed? Ain't that strange? It's actually following the rivers. That's cool. Then I could see natural effects that the ions they create will do and flows. Mighty Kimmy over chemistry today. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Would you look at the guilt? Yeah, when you look back, there's so many square miles of chem here. I mean, really, really a lot. Let's just do it from here. Let's just do this mess. Even that line, that's a lot. I was going to do the whole area. I'm going to do it. It's disturbing. It's just disturbing. It's disturbing. Let's just redo that line there. That's 200,000 square kilometers of chem. It's a carpet bombing of a country. That's just like what they do to Syria and these other countries when they war them. This is a war against Mother Nature, man. Look at this Bateman's Bay. Did you even see the sky? And when you did you see straight lines in it? Those are chemtrails, man. This has not ended. Oh, the United States is an absolute crime scene. I don't want to get into it because this is where it's starting to hurt my hand. Is this scrolling bit. Well, we've got to document this crime. How can I worry about hurting my hand when this type stuff here could be causing something to die out here in the ocean that we never got to look at and feel blessed for having seen its passing? But yet we'll never see its passing. How many creatures litter the ocean floor covered in the silts of the geofloods that we will never know, that the future will see as a layer in the shale, as a try to understand the mass extinction and try to figure out how naturally this happened when really greed is a natural motivator for too many people. As I'm looking at these shit stripes of chemtrail, chem bomb, thousands and thousands and thousands of chemtrails. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 chemtrails, maybe more. And people talking on their phones without seeing. And people hearing my words and not listening. And my words must fall on fluoride brains, 'cause they act brain dead. But I will not be silent. Will you?